A very good morning to all of my students. Today's our lesson is from our literature book for class 7. The fourth chapter I am starting today. The name of the poem is The Vagabond. The meaning of vagabond is a wanderer. And the entire poem is all about the vagabond's heart desire and how he spent his life and what he wants from nature and life. First of all, I will recite the poem, then I will give you uh, a brief detail about the poet, then we will go to summary. Let's start then. The Vagabond, written by Robert Louis Stevenson. As the poem goes, give to me the life I love, let the lave go by me, give the jolly heaven above, and the byway night me. Bed in the bush with stars to see, braid I deep in the river. There is a life for a man like me, there is the life for ever. So in this first stanza, I will give you the summary stanza wise. First I will read it. The second stanza says, let the blow fall soon or late, let what will be of me, give the face of earth around, and the road before me. Wealth I seek not, hope nor love, nor a friend to know me. All I seek, the heaven above, and the road below me. Or let autumn fall on me, where a field I linger, silencing the bird on tree, biting the blue finger. White as meal the frosty field, warm the fireside heaven. Not to autumn I will yield, not to winter even. And the last stanza is, let the blow fall soon or late, let what will be over me, give the face of earth around, and the road before me. Wealth I seek ask not, hope nor love, nor a friend to know me. All I ask, the heaven above, and the road below me. So here we can see there is a repetition of the stanza in stanza second and fourth. Here the poet has emphasized on this stanza. Now I will give you a brief sketch of the poet. Robert Louis Stevenson was born in the year of 1850 in Scotland, and he decided to be a writer and wrote notable works such as Treasure Island, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and Kidnapped. In 1888, he sailed the South Seas and bought an estate in Apia, Samoa, living there until his death in 1894. And this poem is one of the 9 songs included in the 1896 books of poetry, songs of travel and other verses, and is based on the theme of travel and adventure. So this poem is based on the theme of travel and adventure. Of course, we can understand by the name of the poem, The Vagabond. And who is a vagabond? As I said, the vagabond is a wanderer who roams, who travels everywhere. So let's start with the summary. First, a overall summary I'd like to give you. The Vagabond is written by Robert Louis Stevenson, we know, and it is all about a free-spirited wanderer who claims to enjoy his life, sometimes isolated, challenging and isolated existence of moving from place in the great outdoors. Means outside of home. And and how the poem is begin. The poem begins with the verb give. What does it imply? It implies the energy of the speaker, how much energetic the speaker is. The poem starts with the verb give, yet the speaker is neither demanding nor actually weak. Actually, he is not demanding genuinely. Instead, all he wants, what he wants, is a kind of life he already possesses. He possesses a life where there is worry, no worry about household, no worry about a family. He is free spirited. He is wandering everywhere. So he has already possessed that sort of life, and he is asking for that again. Therefore, although he seems to ask for something in the poem, in the entire poem, as it started with give, and it seems that he is asking for something, but actually he is asking for those things which he already has. So although he seems to ask for something in the poem's first word, he actually desires very little. He is not desiring anything which is materialistic. He is happy with his present lifestyle, as he is a vagabond and he is wandering everywhere, and he is happy with whatever he has. But he by no means seems complacent and egotistical. I'm sorry. He complains about nothing and no one. Instead, deriving simple pleasure from his close contact with nature. He is not complaining about anything. He is not complaining about anyone. Instead of that, he is simply very much happy and contented with whatever he is getting from nature. He is deriving simple pleasure from nature. And the language of the poem is very simple, clear, and unpretentious. It is colloquial and unpretentious. There is no pretension of anything. So, as if we go stanza wise, we will see that the first stanza: give to me the life I love, let the lave go by me, give the jolly heaven above, and the byway night me. Bed in the bush with stars to see, bread I deep in the river. There is the life for a man like me, there is the life forever. So, what does it mean? In the first stanza, the speaker summarizes the joys of the life he loves. He has the radiant sky above him, the July sky. He has the byway. When he sleeps in the nature's natural bed, and he has the ceiling of the sky above him. For breakfast, what he does, he dips his morning bread in the fresh cool water instead of in a cup of coffee or tea. This is all about the first stanza. In the second stanza, let the blow fall soon or late. Let what will be over me. Give the face of earth around and the road before me. Wealth I seek not, hope nor love, nor a friend to know me. All I seek, the heaven above and the road below me. In this stanza, second stanza, what he says? He describes his sentiments. That whether the storm of autumn will come early or late, that doesn't matter. He wants the earth around him. He does not want the four walls. Means he is not a person or not a earthly being or a human being whom we can keep inside the four walls. He is a free spirited man and he loves to wander. He just wants the earth around him. And the road. He wants the road beneath his feet. He makes it clear that the only thing he seeks to have is the sky above and the road to follow beneath him. He even says that he does not want the materialistic world. He does not want wealth, even he does not want love, nor even a friend to know him. He does not want all these things because he knows very well these are not permanent. Neither wealth nor love, not even a friend is permanent in our life. So, but in which he is indulging himself in the nature, in the amidst of nature, he is totally lost. That is going to live with him all the time until he will exist. All he wants is to be amidst the nature. This is all about the second stanza. And the third stanza is, or let autumn fall on me when, where afield I linger, silencing the bird on tree, biting the blue finger, white as meal the frosty field, warm the fireside heaven. Not to autumn will I yield, not to winter even. So stanza 3 gives a sketch of the hardship of life outdoors in autumn. Means staying inside the home is very safe and it's not that hard. But while a person is staying outdoors, outside of the house, it of course very hard to exist or to survive. So here he has described the hardship of life outdoors in the autumn season. The blue frost bite on the fingers, the silent birds, frosty field. Frosty field is seen as white as flour. It is compared with as white as flour. The absence of a warm fireside sanctuary, yet he insists that he will not yield to cold of autumn or even winter and will have the heaven above and the road below me. What does it mean? That means whatever, how much hard it is to survive outside the home or how much it is hard to survive outdoors, he will not complain to the frosty winter, the silencing bird, the absence of fireside. He is not getting anything of this. Still he will not complain to anything. He will not yield to the cold of autumn or even winter, and will have or will love to have the heaven above and the road below him. The fourth stanza goes same, so as I explained in the second stanza. Let the blow fall soon or late, let what will be o'er me, give the face of earth around and the road before me. Wealth I seek, ask not, hope nor love, nor a friend to know me. All I ask, the heaven above and the road below me. The second stanza is repeated in the fourth stanza, and the summarization of this stanza will be the same as the second stanza. So this is all about the poem and the summary of the poem. Very soon you will get a written copy of the summary, from where you can copy it in your exercise book and read the poem very carefully and try to understand the sentiment, the actual desire of a vagabond and the life of a vagabond. This is all about the poem. Read it out and try to understand and enjoy the poem written by Stevenson. Till then, good day.